morning. Today is Wednesday, October 28th. For lunch today, there's crispy chicken sandwich with kettle potato chips, or chicken Caesar wrap, or pepperoni or cheese pizza. Red Ribbon Week continues today with sweatpants and sweatshirt day, because living drug-free is no sweat. And looking ahead to tomorrow, it's Twin Day. Dress up like somebody else so you can team up against drugs. Now, nobody in the building today has a birthday, but because grades 4 and 5 have today as their last day of school this week, we're wishing a happy birthday to Ella Huser in 5th grade for this upcoming Saturday. Have a great day.
Hey everybody! So pretty much anywhere you look right now, you'll see signs that it's October. Some of those is that the cranberries are starting to be harvested. When you drive down Market Street, you can see the pumpkins that are being laid out they're on the side of the road. So all these are some of the outward signs of October, the leaves, the cranberries, the pumpkins, any of that stuff. A pretty much interior sign that's October every time about this year in AMS is that the conflict in the building is tending to go up a little bit. So the big thing I want to talk about right now is the difference between bullying and social conflict. Now, the word bully crops up an awful lot during the school day. Most days I'm walking through the halls and somebody will turn and say, "Mr. Black, he's bullying me." Or in the lunchroom, that's an often thing. "Hey, Mr. Black, he's bullying me, do something." And the word keeps going around so much that let's get an idea of what we're actually talking about. So an important thing to remember is that while all bullying is a form of conflict, not all conflict is bullying. And so here's our definition of bullying. Number one, it's one way. It's one-sided. If there's any harassment that's taking place, it is going from one person or people who are going after one person and the other person's not fighting back. It's not coming back two ways. So in the situation I just gave you where someone says, "Mr. Black, he's bullying me," usually what just happened was that two friends are going at it back and forth, and that somebody sees me and says, "Oh, you said something, I'm going to get you in trouble." And when they say, "Mr. Black, he's bullying me," they don't mention what they just did right before that led to the reaction. And so reaction, all that going back and forth, that's two-sided. Bullying is just one way. The second thing that has to happen for conflict to be bullying is that it needs to be repeated. So if somebody bumps into you in the hallway on a day, that's not bullying just yet. Someone might be having a bad day. Yeah, they shouldn't have done it. Let's take care of that. But if they're coming consistently and bumping into you in the same hallway every day and it's going over there, if I can see a pattern, if there's something repeated, yeah, that's one of the signs of bullying we're looking for. So if we're going to come up with a definition of conflict, basically it's pretty much everything else. Now, the thing about conflict is that it is two-way, and so the first step that always has to be taken is always the hardest one. It involves holding up a mirror, looking into it, and saying, what did I do that is helping to either cause or making the situation worse? And that's where we need to start with it. If somebody goes ahead and says something to you that makes you not feel good, are you coming back with a retort to sort of get back at them, to keep biting at it? Well, they're probably doing the same thing, and the energy level is getting elevated, and it makes it worse. First question always starts then, what are you doing to help bring the energy down? What are you doing to help relieve the conflict on your end? Because conflict is two-way. Now, the second hard thing you usually have to do if you want conflict to stop is to get an adult involved. Now, what makes this hard is some people will tell you if you get an adult involved, you're telling on them, or you're snitching, or you're trying to get them into trouble. Well, guess what? How much do you want the conflict to be done? How much do you want the problem to be taken care of? If you don't say anything and you're leaving yourself and trying to do it on your own, conflict is usually going to keep on going, and usually the type of people who are telling you not to say anything are the ones who are protected by your silence. Go ahead and help it stop. Most people at AMS don't want drama. Most people at AMS want to be able to live without that conflict so they can move forward. Do yourself a favor, do them a favor. Get somebody involved that can help you through the process. So today's challenge has two parts. Number one, if something comes up, ask yourself, is this bullying or is it social conflict? To be bullying, it has to be one way and it has to be repeated. If it's not, it's conflict. We deal with it differently, but especially in the case of bullying, come get us involved quickly, and we'll take care of it a lot more quickly. Number two, If it is conflict, there's two things you need to do. Take a look in the mirror and say, hey, this is two-way somewhere. How am I involved? Am I making things better or worse? And start working at that. The second piece, if you want it to end, get somebody involved. We can help you through it. It's kind of what we do. So, hey, you take care and have a good day.